What is up, guys? My name is Mitch Ordini, and we're going to be making an updated Raid Shadow Legends guide for 2025. So with this guide, there's been a few changes from the last guide I made. If you followed that, you're fine. Nothing's really that different, but there are some menu navigation changes and super raid options and things like that that we're going to talk about during this guide. So with this guide, I will be taking the account that we play and turning it into a free-to-play account after this series is over. Those of you guys that are coming and don't care. So with this guide, this is for those of you that just want to try raid, get into it for a short period, or you want to get through the first. This is going to be up to 10 to 15 parts, each being an hour or longer, to get your account stabilized and going. But maybe you downloaded for an app like Free Cash, or where you have to do certain missions, certain money, or you're trying to play through the game to help a creator. Any of those will be fine. It's going to be the same progression points as we go through this, but the goal is to have a step-by-step progress to where you're not going to mess anything up, and you're going to have a good raid account if you can decide to continue playing the game and you end up liking it. So to start off, though, one of the most important things to do is, unless you're doing one of those Free Cash or other options where you download to earn money, you want to download using a promo code that is going to give you additional characters. So I have a promo code. As you watch this, potentially in 2 months from now, it could be a different promo code, but I will keep that code updated in the description and the pinned comment of this video. So if you have ever downloaded Raid on your phone, though, you are going to need to log out of your account on your phone and then reinstall Raid. If you just re-download Raid, it's going to log you into your old account. Using the promo links to download and get the free characters, which we'll go over in a second once this little spiel is done, you are going to want to preferably make your account on PC. To make it on PC, you have to uninstall Plarium Play if you're making a new account. Maybe you've already started. It's not a bad idea to restart, depending on, especially if you didn't get the free characters. It makes the world of difference on your account. So if you are getting into Raid, biggest thing I can suggest is try to make an account on PC without having Plarium Play installed. Click that link, go to the website, register, and then the whole spiel will be at the end of this as to how to do it. But you want to make an account and make sure you get the free champs at the start of your account. So we're going to go through the beginning of this. I always suggest that new players take Kale. It just makes a much easier just state of progression going through the early parts of the game. Now, a couple of things with Raid that I want to get into is this game. The early game is kind of slow. Honestly, the whole game is slow, but that's the appeal to Raid, is it's a long-term thing. Raid is wildly successful as a mobile game, more successful than you'd ever believe for almost anyone who looks into or has heard of Raid as being like a meme in the community as to a gacha game, because they just pay a bunch of people to promote their game. But they make a lot of money. It's a very safe game so far through the course of its history of knowing that your account and the game's going to continue to operate. That's one scary thing with mobile games, is you could put a lot of time and effort and money into a game and it ends up going down and you lose everything that you put in. So hopefully that is not something it doesn't look like it's anywhere on the horizon for this game, and that's a very good thing. So now going into this, we will talk about spending money as well, but we're going to go ahead and choose Kale. Kale is just the go-to. He has poisons, which do HP based damage to bosses, so it doesn't matter what level the boss is, it's going to do a percentage tick on their damage for each poison. That helps a lot for your early game, and he can farm for you. He has an AoE skill and a multi-hit skill to allow you to essentially farm really fast and get your account set up well. So he's just the new player-friendly character. Nothing has changed from years ago. He's always been the suggested. Aethel is a second suggestion, but now that we're to this, I'm going to play that little intro thing so you can see the characters that you're going to get from my promo code, and then we'll come back and I'm going to go ahead and play through the first little tutorial. While that's playing, it's going to give you 2 missions. Once you're at the end of that, I'll meet you back here. Now's your chance to become part of my team by clicking my link in the description to get the free legendary Elenaril, as well as Vergis, Tagoar, and Deacon Armstrong as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play on your PC and uninstall. Then click the link in the description and register using a new email address. From there, launch Raid, complete the tutorial, then go to your mailbox and claim your first champ. Lastly, use the promo code Desertqueen to get the insane Void Legendary Tuhanarak for free on top of all those other free champions. That's all you need to do to get these awesome free champs. So click my link in the description now before. Okay, now that I've walked you through doing the first summon, you're going to go in, it's going to force you into the stage. The first thing you want to do is under my face cam down here, it's going to be auto and 2x. Just click those 2 buttons. These are going to be how you play the game for the very majority of the game. You're just going to let the game auto. It's about team composition building and getting your characters to where you don't have to click buttons. Sometimes you'll manual, some people manual for some of the hard bosses at the end, but otherwise over time you will just be doing this. So it all is just a strategy game. You're going to be going in and designing team comps to where you have every single role covered possible. So once you get through this first part, you're going to have to go out and upgrade a sword. But as you see, this will be a step-by-step guide. We will be going in and doing basically everything together. As we get a little bit further, and I know you guys have the bearings of the game, I will break off and tell you to do this, 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 and this, and then I'll meet you back after that. But this first episode will be very hand-holdy, I guess. But it's just a way to where you can be confident that your account's in a good spot. I do this for other games. There's 2 other games that I'm making these type of guides for, and they've been pretty successful overall. So I think it's just a good thing to do. And my last raid guide like this that I made was the most successful video on the channel. So I figured why not redo it with all the new things that are in the game. Also, with starting the game, you're going to have promotional codes, which we're going to get into that right here. And there's sometimes events that are going to give you just legendary characters. So the main thing with raid is if you're playing and continually keeping up with the game, you are going to have a solid account. The free characters that this game gives are shockingly meta. The like PvP meta, a lot of like the middle ground, not the highest point, because this game is very pay to win for the PvP. Now for PvE, you don't care. Like if you're getting into this game and want to be top PvP, just know you have to spend a fortune. If you're getting into this game just because you want something to grind and have like a daily schedule playing, this is the perfect one. It is my favorite gacha game for the PvE or player versus everything, like beating stages, just the general progression, trying to unlock. They have some crazy characters you unlock that could take you years to do, and I love that. It gives me something to work toward, because most gacha games I play, you do not have anything to work toward. You finish everything in a month and you're just waiting for daily refresh stamina to farm for PvP. This game is wildly different. These missions here, you are able to get 3 of the best, well, 2 of the best characters. This Moria's character is one of the best characters in the game. Arbiter is one of the best new player characters, but these missions are huge. It gives you something to work on every single day or start working toward. And there's a bunch of things like that. So the first thing I want you to do is come over here to the free rewards available, grab this gear. Next up, you are going to come into your mailbox and make sure you have a champion here. Okay, if you do not have Elenaril or whatever my promo link says at the bottom, you're going to want to make a new account. If you're on mobile, you're probably going to have to make your account on PC with an email, go through all that, and then log into it on your phone if you want to play from your phone. I know it's annoying. Some of you guys might not have PCs. The only other suggestion I have is whenever you're on your phone, you need to click the upper left-hand corner of your game, and then you need to click on link to a plarium ID. You need to link this, and then once you link it, it's going to kick you to the main screen. You're going to go back in and then log out of your account and uninstall the app and try to re-download. I've gotten it to work before. That's the only way with mobile that I can tell you to try, but otherwise, if you want to save yourself some time and headache and make sure you actually get a good account, use the link in description, and again, I will update that, and I fight to have the best link possible. I didn't have the greatest link before, and now I am pushing. If I see a good link that another creator has, I'm making sure to the best of my ability that I have that link. So I don't know a better download link right now than what I currently have. So if that changes, I'll try to be honest with you guys and let you know, because when you download, it does help me as a creator. But if there is a much better link out there, then I'll join the Discord. The Discord is where they'll tell you if there's a better link than mine, if anything, because I think I'll get in trouble if I put somebody else's link on my video. So, but most likely, 90% chance my link will be best. Okay, so now that that is done, we are going to first make sure you have your character. We're going to go in and claim this. Okay, that's Elenaril. She's not the greatest, but the Deacon Armstrong, Vergis, and the Tagoar that you get from my codes, all 3 are insanely important characters for getting your account stabilized. So now the first thing we want to do is go into the promo code section. The promo code section will change depending upon when you start the game. Currently, the best promo codes are MonkeyKing and Desertqueen. There are a couple other ones. There's DemonSlayer, but I'll have a list of those under the pinned comment that you can decide which promotional character you want. Whatever one I think is the best will be the one at the top. Right now, Desertqueen is the best option. And you have to enter this code. You can only do one. You can only pick one legendary character to start with. I think it's just one S, because dessert, 2 S's is, you want more dessert, right? Wasn't that what they taught in school? Okay, but this is the best promo code. The reason for this is she is a void legendary character. Now, with having a void legendary character, once you claim it, it'll go to your mailbox. You can come in here and grab them. And then bang, now we already have 2 legendaries with my code, and then our starter Kale, which is fantastic. And we're going to get plenty of other good characters going through. But Tuhanarak, she's a Void Legendary character. Always going to take this. This is a new thing they started doing. The MonkeyKing promo code, Sunwukong, is a very good character. It's actually who I started the game with. But it can't, it can't compare to just how good these Void Legendary characters are to have on your account. Those are... And you'll understand as we progress further in the game. Now, a couple things with getting into the game. You are going to get daily packs for free, and we will talk a little bit about the spending in this game. Just be careful if you're going to spend. If you do spend, it helps me, even if you just buy a $1 pack. So say in the future, these guys helped you. A lot of people like free to play. I'm going to be free to play on this account, but there is a couple things that if you're willing to spend money on, your account will take a massive boost. So the first thing is you're going to get the silver pack. This is a newer thing in the last year that is a huge boost in new accounts, because silver is a very annoying resource to get into. Next up, you get your free, it's a small pack, appreciation pack. You get one free pack like this a day. Sometimes it's stamina, sometimes it's other things, but you want to make sure you claim those. Next up, we're going to go in to the missions here. This is what we're mostly going to be trying to follow, is clear stage 7 of Cowrick Castle. With doing that, all we need to do is take our 2 characters. We're going to be using our Kale, because we have to upgrade Kale, or whoever you started with. Maybe you started with Galak, maybe you started with one of the other rare characters whenever the dragon ate the guy. That part, when you pick the character, you want to focus on that character first, because there is a set of missions. So what we're going to do for this is, first up, I'm going to go ahead and put the free attack gear that we just got onto our Kale. So slap that on. If you did start during a time that there's other gear, you can go ahead and mess with this, but otherwise, I'm just going to put those 2 pieces on there. We don't need a level. We don't need to do anything. All we want to do for now is go in to campaign, and we want to beat the rest of these stages. Now, with beating these stages, you only want to bring 2 characters. And the reason for that is because you have this 2 or fewer champions, no losses. That means no character can die. You have to beat the entire campaign with just 2 characters to get the maximum rewards for it. So try to get into a habit of only using 2. Now, you also have characters that have auras. This is going to be a very important thing because the boosts are huge. Since Kale is just a rare character, he's going to be giving just 15%, but this can go all the way up to, I think, 30 for HP, but this is just going to give you extra HP for your battles. But the 2 characters I will be using are going to be Kale plus Tuhanarak, but if you have other characters, if you started later, it's going to be Kale plus whatever the stronger character that you can, or whichever one you want, really. It's not going to matter too much at first. You are going to need to level up pretty much all the characters that you have at the beginning, because raid is a slow progress, something I didn't fully touch on earlier. First up, just go ahead and start beating this. I'll talk for a second and we'll skip, but just go with those 2 characters, and eventually it's going to allow you to put 4 characters. Still only bring 2 for now. You will, when you repeat stages for farming, you'll bring 4, but for the first clear of every single one, you want to try to beat it with only 2. But with raid, the progress of the first month is going to be very slow. You probably won't get any new characters unless you're spending, like, not any new characters, but any characters from summoning unless you're spending. The entire goal of this game is to get your clan boss team set up. Once you get your clan boss team set up, you start earning the shards that allow you to summon. Other than that, though, the shard gain is slow. But there's a certain point, for me it was about a month into the game, that I hit that made me realize this game is amazing. I understand why the beginning grind was slow, because once you get to that point and get your thing set up, it's just a daily, every day I'm excited to log on to just make a small amount of progression, knowing that in 6 months when I finish that big goal, it's one of the best feelings. And that's just from all the gacha games I played. So here we go. This is 1 with 3. We are just going to go ahead and put Kale and our Tuhanarak. Now, with the front character's aura, if you put somebody that doesn't have an aura skill here, every time you try to go on a stage, it's going to tell you don't have an aura on them. It's very annoying. So try to always make sure you have an aura. Now, another thing with auras is some, like if say you started with MonkeyKing or Sunwukong, he has an aura that is only active in arena. It won't give you a notification, but for dungeon and campaign farming and things like that, it will not affect it. So try to make sure it doesn't say arena only or faction wars only. You want something that says in all battles when you're doing campaign. That's something you'll probably forget, but there's going to be so many little things I talk about during this guide that I will retouch on later. So do not feel like you need to soak in every bit of information. But with watching these, usually if I repeat something multiple times, it sticks by the end of it. So again, this will probably be around a 15-part guide this time. Last time I stopped before we got into our spider teams and all those dungeon teams, but this time I'm going all the way up, and then I will make a free-to-play progress this account, going through and just like every video, every couple days, just showing where the account is for an extended period of time until I either can't keep up with the account or I just keep playing forever. We'll see. But okay, I'm going to pause. I want you guys to beat the whole first chapter, get to the end of the first batch, and then I'll meet you back here when that is done. Okay, so now that you've finished the first chapter, you're going to get this character War Priest. Okay, this is just the first like actual 3-star you get, and that's one cool thing about Raid is there are actually a couple really good 3-stars that you can just farm from campaign. And we will touch on that whenever we get to a point where we will farm them. But for right now, you don't really care. You just have her. So going out of this now, we have finished the whole first chapter, 3-star to everything because we only brought 2 characters. In terms of the harder difficulties, you don't worry about those until you've already finished the full portion of that campaign. So we don't go to hard, and well, we can't go to hard until we fully clear normal. So I don't think you need to try to mess with that at all. Now we'll exit out of here, and the reason you only bring 2 characters are these rewards down here. You see we get extra silver. This is where you're going to get a bunch of your gems, and this is where you're going to get a lot of your first summons. So if you get lucky on those first summons, it's massive. Now with that, we're going to go back to the main screen, and this is where the spending money then comes in. Okay, those of you guys that are getting into the game, this is completely optional thing you can do, but this is the best value you can spend. If you want your account to go from a basically 1 week account up to like a 3 week account with just a I think it's $15 for this. This is the best value pack you can buy. It does support me if you do it, but do not feel like you need to spend money on this game. That is a completely optional thing. Now, this is one of the things that some people will re-roll their game for is you can get, we'll go through, click all the passes, and we'll explain it once we're done. Okay, so with buying this, you're going to get this character Rectordrath. It's a fantastic healing character that also has a revive on them. We do have a reviver in our promo link. If you're using mine, it's Tagoar. You'll get them, I think, level 15 or 25, but we will get them at a point where we need them as we're going through the game. But this is a fantastic extra character, one of the best epics you can get, and they took them away from our promotional links because they saw it in here. So that's just an extra character you can go for. But this gear right here is the gear that you can potentially reroll for. You're going to claim it. It is lifesteal gear. This gear is pretty much the backbone of your account early on in the game. And we'll go explain that in a second. But the way this pass works is you are going to have daily challenges. With the daily challenges, once you complete these things, you are going to go and get points. Every 15 or 20 points or whatever, you are going to then upgrade and get the next batch of rewards. The biggest thing with Raid at the beginning is 6-starring your characters and working on masteries, which we'll talk about later, but 6-starring your characters. So as you see, Kale was a 3-star. We're going to be promoting him up to a 6-star, and that's going to finish missions on here. These are one-time clear missions, and we have our daily clear missions. With this pass, if you get the more, it's $15, $25. All right, you don't need to buy this extra 10 levels, so because this is a really easy pass to finish. If you're going to buy this, I highly suggest, unless you want to just speed run everything, you can spend an extra 10 bucks. You don't need to spend any money, by the way, but if you do buy something, this $15 will be a massive bonus to your account because you cannot earn these bottom rewards if you do not spend money. And this is enough to fully boost up your Rectordrath, which is going to be huge for your account. But one of the biggest things is it gives 5-star chickens. Chickens are the promotion material in this game. We'll come back and touch on this in a little bit, but this is by far the best value in Raid that you can spend just because of how fast your account will progress. So we'll get back into this, but otherwise we're going to be focusing on these missions, without the pass for my account. You guys that do buy it though, you'll be way ahead of me and infinitely stronger than me, so you'll just have to kind of bear with me while I get through this. Not infinitely stronger, but for the first couple of days you'll be much stronger. So now we need to equip Kale with 6 level 4 artifacts. Let's go back to what I was talking about with the upgrading or re-rolling for the gear. So technically we didn't need to put this on, we actually have to waste money now. So what you're looking for these right side pieces, the sword, helmet, and shield don't really matter. They're gonna work out regardless. All we care about these are the stats that it gives. Now for the arms, we want either crit chance, preferably just crit chance, crit damage, or attack percent. We could work with any of them. The chest, we want accuracy or attack percent, and the boots, we want speed. And any one of those that hits what I said would be fantastic. And then we would be happy. But we're going to click this. HP percent, not the worst. We'll probably end up working with it because the thing is we want crit chance. It's the most efficient thing at the beginning of the game because you can't achieve those stats otherwise. And having a crit chance multiplier just gives you an extra 50% damage. That's huge because your crit damage is base 50. And if you're not critting, you're not getting that. Now the chest, we want attack. We got it. That's huge. Okay, so I do not need to reroll. I do not need to do anything, and you don't need to anyway. You can work with whatever it gives you because you can farm this gear relatively early, at least a piece that'll work for you. And there's a second batch of gear that you get. And last one, we want speed. We got flat defense, so that's terrible. So luckily, I got this. But either way, I'm going to go on and equip these pieces to my Kale now, and that one's not terrible. I would have much preferred to get a crit chance arm. That is the best item you can get from this. And I don't think it's worth re-rolling. It's not worth your time doing that. If you want to, you can. But attack percent chest, crit chance arms, or speed boots, any one is great. So I'm going to go ahead. You only need to equip 4 pieces to them with the set. So I'm going to go ahead and equip the chest, and now we're good. Now, if your arms are HP percent, defense percent, you could use them. If your chest is attack percent, flat attack can work, or accuracy could be good. And if the boots are attack percent, flat attack, or really anything, as long as it's not like resistance, or you can make this work. So just throw whatever bottom piece is closest to what I said on there, and you'll be fine. It's not going to make a huge difference. This gear is very temporary anyway. It just makes the beginning slightly easier. So now that that gear is on, we need to go out and see what our missions say. The whole point of this is we're just going to be following our set list of missions. We're going to have challenges that we're going to work on as well. And then we're going to go in and I'm going to have you do a checklist of things real quick as well. So getting out of this, we have our quest. You're going to have your first time, you're going to have your daily quest. We want to make sure we work on these every day. We'll get into a routine of that. And then you have your achievements. This is one important thing to do here. You want to come in and connect your account to a plarium ID. As if you download through PC, it already has this done. You claim this, and then you want to go through and do each of these little things to get your little bit of experience. You want to try to get to account rank 35 as fast as possible. So once you change your username, change your avatar, lock a champion. So for lock a champion, you just go in, you click this little icon here, and you click it twice, and you finish 2 missions right there. These are all super easy. And there we go. I leveled up from it. And then you want to enable notifications. I don't know how to do that one on PC. It just happens sometimes. And then change your avatar, change your username. I'll go do that on my own time, but that is something to go and do. So next up, we have our batch of missions. We need to equip a champion with 6 artifacts. So I'm going to go ahead in, and we're going to put our Kale now on this arm and these boots. So the pieces we just got from beating chapter 1, just throw those 2 on. That finishes the mission. You can click the mission bubble when it pops up. It takes you to this menu. Super nice quality of life. And then click that. Now we need to equip a champion with 4 artifacts level 4 or higher. So we're going to come back to our Kale now, and we're going to upgrade each of these to level 4. Go ahead and click instant upgrade. If you don't click instant upgrade, it's going to take forever to upgrade any of this stuff. So just go to +4 on each piece. Click don't explain. Because the way you upgrade is it uses silver, and it can fail whenever you get to your higher upgrades. These early ones don't fail, but getting up to from +12 to +16 cost a potential fortune to get them leveled up. So there we go. We level that up to 4, go through each one, and then our Kale will be good to go for quite a while. If you did get unlucky and didn't get any of the proper right side gear, just use, or bottom gear, just use whatever is closest, hopefully, to what I said. He's a damage dealer, so damage dealers, you want attack, you want crit chance, you want crit damage. Accuracy isn't bad. It will work out just fine. HP may actually end up being better because he'll survive longer, but preferably some kind of damage skill. Okay, so now we have finished this, and this is also going to finish our apprentice pass missions as we're going. So once we level up those, we come in here, claim this, finish our daily challenge, and then we're going to continually get rewards from this. So come back out, grab all the stuff from there, go back to your missions, and now it wants us to clear stage 7s of Sewers of Arnok are normal. One thing I want you to do from here is you can boost up your Kale's level. This will make it a little bit easier to complete. So I don't want to boost them up all the way. I'm just going to come in and throw, let's say, 5 potions into them, and then we're good to go. So grab those in, and then I'm going to come and claim all my daily stuff from the silver pack and any of the stuff we didn't claim. Pretty much keep your mailbox empty at the beginning of the game. Now, one thing before we go or get into the next missions, you are going to have daily missions. This is where playing on PC is going to be superior because you just leave your game on and you're going to be able to get your rewards here. Some of you guys will try to play on Steam. Playing on Steam, you want to make your account run Plarium Play to get all the bonus reward characters and everything, and then install Steam and log into your account on Steam. Pretty much the best way to do it is just download Plarium Play, make your account there, get your details, then load it on your phone or Steam, whatever you want to play the game on, or I just personally play on Plarium Play. So Claim all of the daily rewards, and you can earn these each day. The stamina is very important. These are extra arena attacks, and then these plarium points are actually a very big deal. You can get a character early on through, it takes a couple weeks of playing to get Morog. She's a 4-star character that you just want to try to make sure to get as many plarium points as you can. If you're spending money, you're going to get her even faster. Now, next up, there are events and tournaments in Raid. So with these events and tournaments, there are going to be different rewards that you get. You want to always, these will be different depending on when you start. These change every single other day, basically. They're like 2-day, 3-day events at most. So this is just a way to get some extra resources. Make sure you're claiming anything you can out of this. Eventually, you will start going for different champions. One cool thing I want to talk about right now is going to be there are fusion events in this game. That's what this here is a fusion. Whenever there's a fusion event, you can go in and just do missions, and it'll give you the resources to get legendary champions that sometimes are game-breaking, insanely strong characters, which you pretty much just, I mean, this guy's pretty cool too, but you just sit and watch for a good fusion event, try to save all your resources, and you slam into this, and even if you're a free-to-play player, you, as long as you save your resources and come in and use them here, you can get a very good legendary champion that could completely change your account. Biggest thing with Raid I can say is it is a resource management game. As if you manage your resources well, you'll have a great time. If you just slam every summon the moment you get it, it's not going to be as fun. So one of the big things is try to hold off on summons. Real quick, mystery shards are for common, uncommon, and rares. These are what you'll end up spending to 6-star characters. You'll summon characters, you'll go level them up, and then use... And then, sorry, I'm not going to edit that out. You can see me choke. And then you'll use these, feed them into each other. We'll go about that later. And then ancient shards are the lowest rarity ones. Void shards are for getting characters that are element neutral to where you don't have to care about elemental advantage, which we'll talk about here in a second. Primal shards are the super rare ones. This allows you to get mythical characters. And then mythical characters are insane, which we'll talk about later. Those are the tier above legendary. And then sacred shards are the highest chance of getting a legendary character. And when you start the game, you're actually going to have a 2x boosted summon event to where you have double the chance at legendary characters. So it's hard not to rip your first couple shards. It's up to you on how you want to spend them. But I will try to at least teach you the best way to do it. And you can either follow the advice or you can just slam summons when you want and not care. The thing is, you play the game however you want. One of the big things is people will kind of talk bad about the game, that you have to pay to win, you have to do this and this, but not everybody needs to complete everything. I'm a very casual player. Personally, I've been playing for about a year, and my main account I have spent a lot of money on because I really enjoy the game, but you can be a casual player and not do every single thing that the game tells you to do, because if you try to do that, the game could take 4 hours to play every day. It's like a full-time job, but you don't have to beat that all. Just play at your own pace and set your own goals, and that is what makes this game fun, is completing your goals, in my opinion. But the game is not for everyone, so hopefully with this guide, you'll get a good taste of the game, see if you like it, see if you don't, and move on from there. So the next mission though, sorry, I'm yapping. This is going to be a lot of this video. Eventually we get to a point where we're just flying, but trying to get as much base background knowledge of Raid in as we can. Now going in, we need to clear stage 7 of Sewers of Arnak on normal. So go in, click that, and this will be part 2 of the campaign. Just go ahead and throw your 2 characters in again, whichever ones you have at the time. I'm using Kale and Tuhanarak. And if you do not have, you do not want to put any other characters here because you will not 3-star the stage. So just 2 characters, we run it. I'll meet you back here, beat every single stage of this. And then whenever you're done, we'll go on to the next thing. One thing real quick though, is there are elements of the game I talked about. The void shards were for summoning element neutral characters, which is a void character. But if you look here, you have blue, red, and green, which is spirit, force, and magic, I think. I don't know. But it is the opposite of any game you've ever played. So blue is good against green, whereas like in Pokemon, green is good against blue. It's the complete opposite. So red is good against blue. Blue is good against green, and green is good against red. And the difference of that, I have to go figure out what the exact... you have the chance of doing weak hits, as you saw right there. I just got a weak hit. You'll do less damage, and I don't think you apply debuffs when you get a weak hit. So let me go experiment with that. I'll talk about that in a later video because that won't matter right now. I need to know the exact, what all the exact numbers are that it changes, but we'll go into that later. But it is important eventually to have your characters either at elemental advantage, or having void characters helps a ton. That's why I was heavily pushing Tuhanarak as your promo code if she's still available. Otherwise, you don't have to have a void. You can have characters that are super good for specific things, and there is no one team beats all thing in this game. You are going to have to build so many different characters throughout your time playing, and that's another part I really like. They lock to where you can only use certain factions of characters behind certain content. There's a lot of good things we'll get into, but I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording here. I'll meet you back here once you are done with Chapter 2 of the campaign. Okay, so we won't yap as much going forward. We will just complete missions and make account progress. So sorry for the first little bit of the video being just a yap session. But once you clear Chapter 2, we're going to go out, and that will finish the next batch of missions and a daily mission. So we're gonna go out here. One thing with the daily missions, they reset the same time every day. It's 7 p.m. Central Time. So you might be in the middle of a mission and your daily missions will reset during watching this video. That happens to a lot of people. Just know when that happens, you have to go back and do whatever the other ones are. And whenever you get your account further ranked up, you will have more than just 4 missions. It's 7 missions a day. And this is actually how you end up getting quite a few of your summons over time. There are monthly challenges. If you complete your daily challenges every day for 7 days, or for 30 days, then you will end up getting a sacred shard, which is huge. So this is just, it's very quick to do your dailies. It takes a very long time to do your advanced quests, and those unlock at 35. And that's the ultimate goal at the beginning, is trying to get our account to rank 35. Now that we have finished that mission, we can come in, we can grab another daily challenge from the apprentice pass that finishes our first batch of daily challenges. This also resets at the same time as the other challenges. That's why I brought it up. So you may end up in a spot where, depending on when you started, you'll have missed a couple of days, but the pass stays for a while. And if you buy the advanced pass, well, as long as you don't buy the levels, it'll be the same for you. But now that this is done, we go ahead and claim this. We have to equip a support type champion with 4 life artifacts. So for anyone that used the Desertqueen promo code, she will be your support character you'll put artifacts on. Otherwise, you got this character, War Priest. You will end up using artifacts and putting them on her. She will be the support for this mission. If you got any other characters, though, just check their types. As you see right here, it says what kind of champion they are. They're going to be defense champions. There's going to be attack champions. Right now, all I have is supports and attack, though. So with Tuhanarak, I'm just going to go ahead and throw each of the pieces that we just got on, which are going to be the purple 3-star ones. Go ahead and each one on. And this is a fine starting gear to use. And once you're done with that, you click over, grab this, and you have to upgrade each one to level 4. Make sure you go and grab the mission before you do the next mission, because it will not save your changes for some of them. So you'll see me always go claim whatever mission I'm currently on before I upgrade or do anything else. I always finish the mission and go and claim it, because I have burned myself many times in the past upgrading something early or doing something out of sync that will then slow me down later, because I have to go back and do another version. One of the big ones used to be I would 5-star or something a character, and I'd have to go 5 or 4-star another character that I didn't even want to at the time, and it will set you behind a little bit, is what I'm trying to say. So go ahead, upgrade that. Once that's done, you will be able to come out and claim your next mission, which is, you just need 4 artifacts. You don't need 6, but I just did out 6. Next is use 4 XP brews at the tavern. So coming in here, you can either upgrade your kale, or I am going to do my Tuhanarak. I'm just going to put the 4 into it. One thing is you do have this mega potion. I would save that personally until you 6-star your first character. So if you buy that pack, you will be able to 6-star your kale almost instantly. Within the first couple days, probably 2 or 3 days, and then you'll put it in there. Otherwise, following the guide, once we do eventually 6-star our kale, which will be our first 6-star, we will throw the mega pot into him to take him from level 1 to level 60 right away. These are very, very useful, but the difference between leveling a 5-star character up compared to once you 6-star them, it's a huge difference. So let's go ahead and put the 4 into Tuhanarak, grab the reward. We need to summon 5 champions. So we're going to talk again a little bit about mystery shards. Mystery shards, you can get rare characters out of here, and there are some good rares. It's very hard to know whether or not a character you got is good, but just know your 1s and 2 stars are generally bad. There's 2 that can potentially be used. But otherwise, these are pretty much all junk characters that you will end up leveling them up and using them for promotion materials. Sometimes you're going to be overflowed on characters, and you'll just have to take them and upgrade one of your characters and use them as just EXP material. But otherwise, it's mostly leveling them up through just battling. So you'll take your kale plus 3 of those into one of the campaign stages, beat the stage, and level them up. But we'll go into farming later. That's not something important right now. And then, so this mission, summon 5 champions, we're done. Now we have to clear stage 1 or higher of Arcane Keep. For this, you'll just take whatever characters you have, So far, we'll just take these 4. You want to always bring the most amount of characters that it'll let you because you are going to gain EXP. If you do not bring them at the beginning, it's not a big deal, but you want to get into good habits. So every single time you enter a new type of stage like this, you're going to have to auto in 2x again, but go ahead and beat stage or the stage of Arcane Keep, and then I'll meet you back here once it's over. It should go relatively quick. Okay, so now that that is finished, you will be around level 10. Some of you guys might have already gotten there, but once you get to level 10, you do have the ability to join clans. So joining clans is something that is pretty hard in Raid, finding people who are actually in a clan, which we'll go over in a second. But let's go ahead and grab this, and then the next thing is to clear the next stage of campaign. But let's talk about clans for just a quick second here. We're going to go in, and you do have the ability to just join and leave clans whenever you want. For your first clan, I do have a Discord. If you want to try to get into one of our clans, we may end up making more depending on if we get enough interest in clans, or if any of you guys want to run a clan and recruit people that join in from the Discord, that would be fantastic. Running a clan is super easy. You just have to kick people who aren't active. We do currently have like 3 or 4 clans in the Discord, not a ton. One of them's my main clan, so you'd have to be pretty strong. But for new players, we did have a couple new player clans that we'd cycle people out that were getting into the game, and hopefully we can make more. So any of you guys that'd be willing to lead one though, because that's the hardest part. I can't personally keep up with it. I play a billion games, so and I run clans on each game, so we need people to help. And the link to Discord's down below. If you have any questions with Raid, that's a good spot to put it. We have a couple really experienced players that are way better than me. They're actually teaching me the game, and they're always in there helping people. So that link's down below. When you join, you got to click and read the rules and click the emote at the bottom, or you can't see the Discord. Be aware of that, because a lot of people join, they're like, I can't see anything, and leave right away. But for your first guild, you can just click join down here, and it'll just throw you in one. The guild's probably gonna be garbage, and no people haven't logged in 835 days. That's just the current system. It will take you a bit to get into a good guild, but at the beginning, it's not a big deal until you get your account stabilized anyway. Clans are good, especially if you get in a good one early, but it's not the biggest deal not being in one right away, so don't get too stressed about that. Now, from here, we're gonna go into our challenges, claim anything that pops up that we finish, so we can just claim all of this. There's some extra silver. These missions are nice later because we can get some summons out of this. We will tackle that at one point, but then go into your quests, and the last thing is we have to beat a campaign boss 3 times, which we're about to do, because the next mission I want you guys to do is click this, clear stage 7 of Catacombs, go ahead and put your 2 characters, your Kale and whoever is your extra, mine's Tuhanarak, and then start beating through this. Now the characters like Elenaril in them, we will be using them for content later. Almost every character, especially legendary, that you get in this game, some of them aren't great, but you will end up using them for some kind of thing, because there's so many like content that characters are locked out of, to where your main team, you can't bring it there, which is once you get to like account rank 45 to 55. But okay, go ahead, go beat through chapter 3. You shouldn't have any problems. If you do, we are going to go and upgrade our gear shortly after this and do some upgrades. I'll let you know if I have issues, but otherwise chapter 3 is usually super easy, and then chapter 4 we need to do some stuff. So I'll meet you back here once we are done with chapter 3. Okay, so once you have cleared chapter 3 and beat the final boss, it'll have the story. You can read it if you want, but from here, we're able to go out, claim our daily missions. This will finish up our daily missions for the day, and then those will reset at reset time tomorrow. You'll get used to reset time. And then now we have finished multiple progress rewards. A ton of packs will pop up. That's one thing, is just get used to the packs popping up. Okay, I know it'll be annoying at first, especially if you're not planning on spending any money on the game. In terms of spending money, I can go over which packs are the best. The best one is the pass that you can buy to start with. Second is the gym pack. That 25 bucks you spend will be massive on your account, but otherwise, packs are pretty pricey, so it's up to you. I do buy quite a few of them on my main account, but that's because I love the game. Maybe give it a little bit before you decide on spending money to see if you're actually going to enjoy the game. Now we need to upgrade a rare tech type champion with a skill tome. I'm going to talk a little bit about skill upgrades here, but not dive too far into it yet. Okay, so going in, we're going to click our Kale. You're going to have 3 different types of books. You're going to have your rare books, your epic books, well 4. You're going to have legendary, and then mythical books. You do not want to use your epic books or legendary books on a rare character. You want to try to mirror them to the rarity of the character. I know it's nice. You can use a legendary book to upgrade Kale, who's a rare, to finish his skills. You do not want to do that. Save your resources and use them smartly. That is the entire game. So don't mess this up. Only put the blue books into Kale. We are going to max him out though, so you can put them in. One thing is when you put books in, it's random where they go. So there are certain characters you don't need to max them out. You just want certain skills leveled up. If you get lucky, you can use less books on those characters. Most of the time you don't, but there is some RNG within the skill leveling up, which is a little annoying, but sometimes it works in your favor. So going in though, biggest thing is only use blue books on rare characters for now, and we will go into, once you get the rare books, where to put them. So go ahead and upgrade your Kale. 2 books into him, and then from here we can exit out. That's going to give us some more of our past missions completed, so you can come in here, and as you see, we needed to upgrade a Kale skill, so we can claim that. It's going to give us 3 chickens. So with 3 chickens, we're actually able to do our first promotion, which this is one of the things that's a little scary to do early because it might not count. And I may end up messing this up in the guide. I'm pretty sure it counts, but we'll go back and fix it if so, and I'll show you how to fix it, because making mistakes and learning how to get past that is also a really good skill to learn early. Now, with get a referral link, this you just click and you're going to have your referral codes here. Just click this get a referral link or on the screen there. It's going to copy it to your clipboard. This is a link to where if somebody plays raid with that link, you get rewards. But the problem is whoever plays raid with that link isn't going to get promotional characters. They'll get the promo code, but they won't get like the extra characters from my link, which we may have gotten one. Is it level 15? No, it's level 10. So we have our Vergis. So those of you guys that haven't claimed Vergis, this is where I knew usually we have an epic skill tome at this point. But go ahead and claim any of this. One thing is you are going to be at EXP overflow. Stamina overflow. So if you see here, we have 425 out of 51. If you can avoid grabbing any of these energies at the start, it will help you out a lot. You don't want to overcap your energy too much, because when it's overcapped, you do not regenerate energy. You want to try to get this left number below the right number. So I will not be claiming this. I will be claiming my Vergis, and I'll go ahead and take the EXP booster. Why not? And then these are arena tokens, but any of these stamina pots or extra stamina that's in here, if you can avoid claiming it, it will help you in the long run, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so now that that is claimed, we can go out and claim our referral link. And now the next mission is going to be fight in Classic Arena 3 times. So we're just going to go ahead and click this. It's going to give you bots at the beginning. Generally, you'll have bots that you'll fight. We're going to go in. We have to set a defense. Go ahead and throw 4 random characters. Does not matter which ones. On your defense, preferably have your Kale and your Tuhanarak or whichever promo code character you're currently using, and slap them on there. That finishes the challenge. Now we need to win 3 fights. So we're going to go ahead and click the start on auto button. And if you happen to lose, doesn't matter. Just go and refresh and try to find another one, which I'll show in a second. Make sure you put it to 2x speed, and then see Wukong. He bops us right away. Kale hits us, and then he goes. And Tuhanarak's tanking all of it. We should be fine. Vergis dies is what it is. So this Wukong character is another promo code character. He is very strong, but Tuhanarak's she's going to be so much more beneficial to your account. So one thing we could have done is went and upgraded characters before we did this, just to make sure we don't lose it all, but I think you guys will be fine. But it used to be bots. Now these seem like real players, so I don't know why they took the bots out, because we're actually almost losing this. I think we're fine. Tuhanarak's doing actual incredibly good damage. So go ahead and bop that, and then wait, why is she's almost beating me. Okay, so this will finish up the fight. Tuhanarak, though, isn't going to die. So from here, once you beat the first couple, if you have to refresh through that, you can. Now from here, just try to find the lowest power one. See, this guy has 463 power because he only has 1 character on his team. Just go in and beat this. I believe we have to beat 3. Now we're done. So if you ever need to refresh, though, the button's right here. If you wait 15 minutes, it does not cost gems. So try to avoid spending gems on that ever. Now go out. We're going to be able to claim a bunch of the missions here that we finished up from clearing everything. So this, we need to use 4 level 20 or higher. We'll get that done. And then we can claim our missions here. And those scrolls there are a very big deal, which is going to be unlock a mastery for any champion. This is where your first gems will go on your account. It's going to be buying masteries on your Kale. That's usually the best advice to give to anybody, is make sure your Kale masteries are done, because masteries are basically completely reforming your character. When going into this, you are able to set masteries, and these will give them additional stats, additional abilities. And one of the best ones in the game is under my face cam right here. It's called War Master. War Master makes it to where I talked about poison damage doing a percentage HP damage to whatever you're fighting. This is basically the same type of thing. It does HP based damage to where no matter what you're using, it could be a character with no crit chance or crit rate or any damage on them. So like say our Tuhanarak, we're going to use, and I'm going to put her on that. I don't know what I'm going to do for this yet. I'll probably just do, what is this, crit rate? I'll just do crit rate. And then I will do, one thing is you get a free reset. So I'm just going to throw random stuff on here because you get to reset each character one time for free. There is a website called Hell Hades, which once we do our actual promotion on Kale, I'll go over and show you guys how to do your masteries. But for right now, what I'm going to do is just unlock this extra HP on her, and that'll be fine. It'll help me survive through the story. Extra defense could be good too, but we'll go with this for now and we'll adjust later. But these abilities you get through farming a dungeon called Minotaur, which I think it makes us go do that right now. Yeah, so Minotaur's Labyrinth. This is a super grind in the game. They're about to add the ability to super raid it. If you ever see a button here called super raid, it allows you to enter the stage one time. It takes double the stamina, but you get double the rewards. So it makes it to where you farm twice as fast. Now, since this is not a campaign stage, we want to take as many characters as possible. But the problem is when you're farming this, your masteries go to a random character. So ideally, when you don't have 5 characters you want to work on masteries for, we're going to go ahead and only bring the characters we care about. So for this, I'm just going to bring these 4 because I don't want to farm masters on any of the other characters, but these 4 I will at some point. So I'm going to go in with this. Again, this won't matter. A lot of these early game things I'm talking about aren't the biggest of deals because late game, it's like this level 1 gives no books at all. You want to try to get to level 15 farming as fast as possible. So don't stress. It's you're spending 8 stamina that you have to spend anyway. The biggest thing is just getting your account to, it's like a 2-week endpoint where your things are starting to look pretty good. And every decision before that is what it is. Okay, you have to beat this 2 times. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here so I stop yapping for a second. And then I'll come back once you have cleared this 2 times. Beat stage 1 and then go to next and clear stage 2. Alright, so once you have beaten Minotaur 2 times, you should be around level 13, and that'll be the progress mission done. So you can come out of here, you can claim this, and then we have to earn 3 stars, which we're already done with because I had you guys bring only 2 characters when you're doing campaign. And now this is where the annoying missions start. There's 3 or 4 of these, and this ends up taking up a ton of time of your first day playing raid. So this is win 1 of each type of life artifact from clearing Ruarc Castle on normal. Okay, this isn't too bad, but they get worse. So what this means is you click go next to this, it's going to take you into Ruarc Castle. Going through these stages, this means you need to win a sword, 1 helmet, 1 shield. So you're going to go in, you're just going to bring whatever characters. I personally don't do super raids for this first one because it's not too hard to do, but for the later ones, we'll probably do super raids. One thing with raid also is there is not just a general auto battle feature. They are going to give you quick battles every single day. So there we go. We got a sword. Once you have the sword, you click next, and now we try to get a helmet. You can get summons, you can get characters, and I think that's it. Those are the only 2 things you can get that aren't the item you're looking for, but it is annoying to not get them. So there we go. We got the helmet, so we can go forward. But if you get anything that isn't the item you're going for in that stage, you need to click repeat. And there are certain stages that make it to where you have to get attack percent on the piece of gear, meaning you're probably potentially going to have to farm the stage a ton of times to get it. Sometimes you get lucky and it's done quick. Other times you'll sit here for 30 minutes and there will be long gaps in the guide where I might even be in different clothes because it took me that long to complete it. But most of the time it's an average of like 10 minutes to complete it. So there we go. We've gotten lucky and we've gotten all of them so far. When you get to the other missions, you can bring other characters in to level them up. That would be ideal. Like here, I could have brought another one. But again, these stages give so few EXP that unless you're like super min-maxing, it's not going to help you at all. So here, this was one that I did not get the piece from. I've got to click replay. So go ahead, get through this, get 1 of each artifact from it. Once you get the boots, you're done, and I will meet you back here when this is finished. Okay, so we are done with that. As you see, I got the boots, so I've gotten one of each, and now the progress mission will be complete. So we got to come back out, and now we have to equip another champion with 6 life artifacts. Luckily, it doesn't matter which champion, but what I'm going to do is just go to one of the characters that I know I'm just going to scrap and throw away, which is going to be War Maiden. I'm going to use her as a promotion material. I always do. And I'm just going to put her on 1 star, whatever the lowest star piece you have, just throw her on it. It doesn't matter. Just needs to be the life artifact, doesn't matter the subsets for it, and then bang. So now she is done and the mission is done. We are going to promote her and just throw that gear away instead of taking it off. But once that's done, claim this. Now we have to equip a rare attack type champ with 6 offense artifacts of level 8 or higher. This one's a bit annoying, okay? Because the problem is we have our lifesteal gear on our Kale. So with a lifesteal gear on Kale, we are going to have to... It's a rare attack type champion, which means it needs to be a blue champion. And this is the problem with putting the lifesteal gear on too early. We have no other rare attack type champions, so it has to be on Kale. And this is just part of the annoying missions of the game. So he needs offense artifacts. These are offense artifacts. As you see here, this set, and it needs to be +8. So what I'm going to do is upgrade each of these to +8, and we're going to end up throwing away about 100,000 currency, because it is what it is. I think it's about 100,000. So from here, we're going to go ahead and take the artifacts that are on him, the sword. We're going to come down here. I'm going to put probably the highest rarity. If the 4-star ones, I'll go ahead and equip them. That's 50,000. So it's actually 200,000 we're going to lose here. And then we have to unequip them again. You could put the 3 stars, but we're not trying to min-max that extreme. Maybe there's a free gear removal going on when you guys are doing this, but we're going to go ahead and equip this. And then next up, we're going to equip the shield. And then we're going to, and then we're going to equip the chest. So now that all this is equipped, we need to upgrade it to +8. We may leave this gear on him for a second. I'm going to go and look through the missions before I tell you to take it back off. We should be fine clearing through stages with just this gear. But the lifesteal gear is going to be the more important thing. I actually forgot this mission exists. So sorry, you lost 200,000 silver. Following me, you'll get it back. Don't worry. Okay, so that is done. We have completed, leveled up all that. That's going to give us a new apprentice pass mission completed. You have to upgrade gear to +8. So come in here, claim this. This will give us now an extra 300,000. So we got our money back. Could have saved that money, but we got our money back. And then coming out of here, we go back to our missions and claim the extra silver here. And then this was for 3 stars on the most recent one we finished. And now it wants us to win one of each type of offense artifacts from the castle. So that's basically what we just did. Go ahead and click this. And then you're going to come in, go back to the first stage and do the exact same thing we just did. With this though, if you would like to, you can throw other characters in to level them up a little bit. You don't have to do this. You can just do the 2 characters. The amount of EXP you get to level up your characters from these stages is basically nothing. But this is a resource management game. You do want to try to take advantage of everything you can. By going in, you're just going to do the same thing. Beat the stage. If it doesn't drop the piece, so if this doesn't drop a sword, I need to reset. Or click replay until it drops a sword. Then if it drops a sword, I click next. So go ahead and get through this. I'll let this first one finish out just so you can see what I do. And then you just have to do that for the 6. Once you get the boots, you're done. So I didn't get it. As you see, I got a character instead. So I have to click replay and let it go again. So that's why bringing extra characters, that is kind of smart to do, but not necessary. But I will meet you back here in a couple minutes when you are done with this set of missions. Okay, so once you're done with that and gotten all the way to the boots, this progress mission will be done. Again, those are the easy ones. Now we need to equip another attack type champion with 6 offense artifacts. So we're going to go into here. We have our Kale already on the offense. We didn't move the gear back yet. And then all of you should have a sniper. So we started the game with sniper. She's the first summon that you get. I'm just going to go ahead and put the lowest rarity piece of each type onto her because, we're going to end up putting her into another character to promote him. And then from there, make sure this is an attack percent. I'm going to keep it. If you have any attack percent bottom pieces, there are a few missions that you need those for. But otherwise, just throw that on and then you're good to go from there. Now we have to clear stage 4 of Durham Forest, and that's just on normal. Before we go do that though, what I want you guys to do is go to your tavern, and I want you to go to your Kale, upgrade his skills, and do not put this book in. So actually do not upgrade skills. We get the book in a second. We want to upgrade his level. So with his level, we're going to go ahead and put another book into him and just boost him to level 30. Once he's level 30, we can click upgrade rank. Once you can click upgrade rank, we're going to go ahead and throw these 3 chickens. That's what the chickens are, is rank upgrades. They actually changed it. You used to be able to click it. Now you have a slider. But this is how you promote a character from 3-star to 4-star. Promoting them from 3 stars to 4-star is huge. And then 5-star to 6-star or 4-star to 5-star, every single one you get a huge amount of extra stats for, but it resets them to level 1. They're still stronger at level 1 than they were at level 30 of the last one, which is very weird for a game, but it does have a reset feature to where you have to level them up again. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade him. And this is going to finish an Apprentice Pass mission. So with this, come in here, claim both these rewards from this, and go to your rewards, claim this. This is going to be our Awakenings. So we're going to go ahead and collect these items and go back into our Kale now and go to Ascend. Ascension is going to be a way to get extra stats on your characters, and it actually allows you to add extra gear to them. We won't have the gear for a little bit to put on them anyway, but we want to go ahead and take him up to at least 2-star Ascension. And then I'm going to show you how to go get more. So with 2-star Ascension, we can come out here, claim another mission. This is going to give us the books that I was talking about. But before we go put those books in, this is one important thing, is click this left-hand tab here, and you're going to have 1 progression rewards. Go ahead and claim these items. That's another book. Second, you're going to go into your daily login, grab whatever is here. You want to make sure you claim that each day. Most of the time when you open the game, it'll give you that when you start. Next up, you're going to have your plarium points program. This is going to be, if you spend money, you get points, and you earn so many points per day. One thing with this is you don't want to claim this energy, okay? If your stamina is overcapped, try to just let certain things sit. As if they have a timer on them, this is one thing that doesn't have a timer, but you can go ahead and claim the gems and the money from here. And then there's actually a promo code we're going to enter on one of the days. We'll go over the promo codes tomorrow in the video, or on the next episode of the video, because you can only enter 1 promo code every 24 hours. But there is one that gives you a bunch of points, and then this 4-star character, Morag, is very good on a new account. So we're going to go ahead and leave the stamina there. If you claim it, it is what it is. Again, it's not going to be the biggest deal, especially if you're willing to put the time in to spend that energy. But go ahead and claim that. Now, we're going to go down to what is called the Call of the Arbiter series. This is a way you can earn a bunch of extra rewards whenever you want, but one time. So this is 100 stamina you can get plus a 50 silver. And then this is going to be 50 gems, 50 silver. There is going to be one in here. This one is not bad, is Brews. And then this is quick battles. You grab those eventually. This one is really nice to grab as well, because whenever we're promoting our characters, this is one of the resources we need. But otherwise, all of these in here, you will come in only when you need to claim them, okay? So we're not going to claim any of them right now. I just want you to know they're here. When you start running low on stamina, this is extra 1,000 stamina you can get, plus a bunch of other decent rewards, okay? But we're just going to let this sit for now. And what I want you to do from here is go to battle, go to dungeons, and we're going to talk about the keeps. I want you to clear each different keep up to level 3 right now. So with this, you want to go into Arcane Keep, beat stage 2, and beat stage 3 with your core team. So just go in, whatever your 4 characters are. I'll just do this for now. Beat each one of these up to stage 3. Once you're done with that, meet me back here. We're going to do a little more upgrading on our characters, and then from there, push the next chapter. This will just save us a little bit of time. Our characters will be stronger. We have to clear this anyway, so might as well get this done to make the next things take less time. So go ahead and do this and meet me back here. It'll take you 15 minutes or so, and we'll get moving on the next chapter. Okay, I know that was a pretty long grind, but that part is done. So once you have beaten stage 3 of each of the different keeps, you can come out here and claim each of these rewards, and it's going to give you a couple extra potions of each type, which is really big, and it gives you your first summon. So with these summons, now I can talk about this a little bit. You ideally want to save them, because there are going to be events in the game, like this Summon Rush event, for example, that's going to be starting in 5 hours, that you need to do X amount of summons to receive X amount of rewards. During a fusion event, it's how you get to the portion where you are getting the fusion character pieces, or there's a couple different fusion type events, but you get additional rewards for using so many of a certain resource at a certain time. So another example is this Dungeon Divers event. This is when you'd spend a lot of your stamina that you had stockpiled up in order to farm for gear, or campaign farm to level up your character. As long as it's dropping gear, you will get points for it. So Raid is a really big resource saving management game. Now, that we have finished all that and claimed everything. Though I want you to go into the tavern, go to your Kale. We're going to upgrade his skills with any blue skill book we got. Just go ahead and throw him in. We're going to end up maxing him out. He's our first rare character that we care about. And from here, we're going to go into Ascension, and we're going to take him up to 3-star Ascension at least. And if you do have enough for the 4-star Ascension, go ahead and do it. If not, you'll have to come back later, but you will earn these from doing some of the missions that we're about to be doing. So I just actually got 3 from that mission I just showed. If you do not have them, you can also combine them here. So if you have 10 here, you can combine them up to make one of this. You could combine 10 of these to make one of these. These top ones at the beginning of the game are absolutely brutal to farm. But if you don't, or if you're not able to 4-star awaken him, you're fine from right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click ascend, and he's 4-star. Those of you guys, if you just leave him at 3-star, all good. And his skills are upgraded pretty far, and now you can come down here to the passes and claim all the rewards that we just, or everything we just finished. We have, as you see, 3 more missions done. That's going to give us a ton of levels on the rewards here, to where we can come down, we can grab 20 more brews, and we can grab some of our first 4-star chickens. So with these first 4-star chickens, if you saw earlier, we went into the Call of the Arbiter mission, and it was one of the later ones, I do believe, had a 4-star chicken here. We will end up claiming this to finish out 5-starring our Kale pretty soon, but for right now, we'll just leave them at the current level. Now I'm going to talk about the shop. With this shop, this is a... they updated it recently. It's a way you can come in and buy different resources. Personally, I think you should always buy your mystery shards early game. Every single one that pops up. You have to buy 1 item per day for your missions anyway. And then it'll eventually get to a point where you will see a blue shard in here. You can get 5 blue shards a month this way. The problem is, as you see, to unlock this slot, it costs silver, and then it costs silver. You can go ahead and unlock those, but then it costs gems. Gems early game, there's a couple things you want to spend them on, which we'll go over going through the guide. You can spend them on summons if you're doing like free cash or something, you plan on just getting rid of the game. I'll cover all that. But if you plan on sticking with the game, you want to wait until there's a blue shard somewhere, and then you unlock up to the blue shard. That's it. I would not unlock these right out of the gate because you don't get any value until you see something there worth buying. The blue shards do cost 200,000 silver, but since we do not have one there right now, we'll just stop at that and go out. That does refresh every 60 minutes, I think once an hour, and we'll just leave that at that. We will eventually talk about it. But coming into here, our weekly missions now. We're at the same spot. If you guys have already claimed these, that's fine. But with the weekly missions, you are going to have, once you do 7 days of the missions, or your daily missions, 5 days of them, whatever, you are able to claim this up here, and it's another summon. So every so many days you get another blue summon. You actually get them for logging in. I think there's a 5-day countdown. You get one for free there too. A lot of the early summons in Raid is just about playing for a month, and then it starts cycling. You start getting much more. It's not a ton more, but it's quite a bit more. But these stamina pots, okay, I'm leaving them here for now because they will stay until I want to grab them, but I am overcapped on stamina. I want this left number to be lower than the right number before I touch those, because we're going to continue to get stamina every time we level up, and just randomly from other missions that we're going to want to grab. One thing is this daily stamina here. It goes away at the end of the day, so you might just want to grab it. I'm just going to grab mine. I'm even more overcapped now. But the thing is, those stamina pots, the higher your right side number is, the more it gives you up to, like, whenever you're like 130, I think it is close to the max. I don't know how much it gives you. I don't know if it's a full refresh or if it's 100 or it's a percentage. But either way, we grab that, and the higher this right number is, I believe the more you get. So now that that is done, we are going to check what our next mission was. As you saw, we upgraded our Kale quite a bit. We may end up boosting up our Tuhanarak gear. I think the next mission was complete stage 4 of Durham Forest. So what I want you guys to do from here is go in, and we're just going to upgrade all of our Tuhanarak gear to +8 as well. And then we will should be strong enough to not have any problems going through the next portion. I would like to put the lifesteal gear back on Kale whenever I go to beat that batch of missions. I'm going to check to see if there were any more missions that were about having him on the offense set, because I don't want to move gear around again, because that was an expensive move, but that taught you moving gear in this game is very expensive. Luckily, at level 35, you were able to get 1 free gear removal, to where you can move gear around for an hour each day as long as you finish the mission for that, which we will definitely take advantage of that every day at the beginning of the game, and you will continue to take advantage of it later. So I did forget to upgrade the shield here, so let me do that. And then now I believe our 2 characters are good. And again, if you have a different promotional code character, you could have 2 damage dealers. It's fine. You could have 2 whatever. Maybe you have a damage dealer plus Kale. If you use a different code like Sunwukong or whoever, you can just put him, your MonkeyKing or Wukong or DemonSlayer has Tholin, I think, is the character. Another damage dealer. Any of those damage dealer characters, you can just throw them on another offense set. So the HP set could be, or lifesteal set could be on him instead. And then Kale could be on this offense set. Either one would work just fine. The beginning isn't too hard. It's just a little annoying. So now that we're done with that, our next mission, again, let's go in and clear stage 4 of Durham Forest. If we have any issues going through, I will pause and show you what to do, but otherwise it should be fine. I'm going to put Kale in the front, her in the back, and just hit start and finish all the way up to part 7 of this, and I'll be back because I got to fix my green screen. Okay, so while you're going through chapter 4, if you end up having a problem of your character dying, I'm just going to go ahead, because there was a moment where I was very close. I'm going to go ahead and put my gear back on my Kale. So this gear here, I'm going to go ahead and take it and equip it back to Kale. It's going to cost a little bit, but equipping it back is pretty cheap. There is a mission. It's not in the main missions that you will have to deal with, but it's overall not going to be, it's going to be much easier to do this because you want your Kale healing throughout the fight. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade all the pieces of gear to +8 now, and then go back in and finish up chapter 4. One thing is, in chapter 4, you only have to clear to stage 4 for that mission. So let me go ahead and boost this up to +8. And then now we should be in a great spot. So coming here, you can go down to your missions once you cleared part 4. And we're going to have to win 4 critical rate artifacts from clearing Durham Forest. Go ahead, finish up Durham Forest, whichever missions you still had. I stopped at 5 because I was close to dying. Finish this up and try to get those 4 artifacts, and then go claim that reward. And I'll meet you back here once that is done, because there's one more mission in between that. So this lifesteal gear is going to make the world of difference in keeping your character alive to make it through this. So if you were dying, hopefully that helped. Okay, so once you have finished the mission of getting the 4 crit rate artifacts done, you can go ahead and claim this. Then we have to win 3 lesser potions from Spirit, Force, or Magic. It doesn't matter which one you do. I'm going to do probably just the Magic Keep. You just have to win 3. It's going to be between 1 and 3 fights. So one thing too is, I know this is a long video. You can pause the video at any point, as I just did. You can see I have my glasses on. I took a little break, but you can just take a break, pause the video, come back, and continue working on whatever point you're at. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the Magic Keep, and I am just going to clear this a couple times. You can try to clear up to a higher difficulty that you haven't cleared. If you end up failing, one thing with Raid is if you fail a stage, you lose the stamina for it. It's one of the only games I know that you lose the full stamina for failing a stage, but that adds a lot of pressure on beating anything. So just be aware of that. If you ever fail something or aren't beating it consistently on auto, you want to go back to the stage that you are able to complete at 100%. It's not worth losing the stamina of losing a stage. So use that as a kind of guidance thing. If you ever, again, try a stage and fail, go back one at least and then farm that one instead. So go ahead and get this mission done. Get 3 of the small potions of any type, and I will meet you back here once that is done. Okay, once you have finished that, you can go back out and claim rewards. The next mission is going to be of beating up to stage 7. I've already done that. I told you guys to do it. Hopefully you guys did, but either way, it's just beat the next level of campaign. And now we get to the very annoying quest. Okay, these are going to be winning an attack percent piece. There's multiple different ones, but you have to win a gauntlet with attack percent. So to do this, you can go in and take any team you want to level up. I would bring some characters for leveling up for this one, because you could end up having to beat this 50 times. What I do is I do super raids for it, and then you'll go ahead and just go to the stage, beat it, and at the end you click to see if the item you got has attack percent or not. It's very simple, but sometimes you get unlucky and you could end up having to beat the stage a ton of times. The super raid thing definitely helped in making it faster. Your overall hope is that you don't have to spend too much stamina here, because it does set you back a little bit. You could use your stamina for other things. As you see right here, we got one item that isn't even a chance at an attack percent, and then we got a crit rate. So these are not it. We have to go in again until you get attack percent. There's even flat attack as an option. If you get flat attack, you don't want that. Has to be attack percent. So go ahead, continue to beat this until you get your attack percent one. I will, when I get it, I'll start the recording again. You can see what mine looks like. But there are 3 missions like this at least, and then we go from there. So that's another crit rate, and that's defense. So we got to do it again. So good luck on this. Hopefully it doesn't take you too long. You might get it first try, you might get it 20th try. But I'll meet you back here once you have it. Okay, so once you have the attack percent, it only took me a couple. I got pretty lucky. Hopefully you guys did the same. But there's the attack percent gauntlet. Now we can click stage selection and it'll give us the mission is completed. So now we go ahead and grab this. Now we have to clear stage 1 or higher of Ice Golem's Peak on hard or normal 3 times. It's going to be on normal. But you're going to come in stage 1. You're going to go through these missions and you're just going to beat the top 3 and continue moving forward. So I'm actually going to use my Spirit Host. I did get lucky and got her from a drop. But go ahead and any 5 characters for this, doesn't matter. You want to beat the first stage, move up to the second stage, and then move up to the third stage. So just click next difficulty. If you fail the third stage, you shouldn't, but if you were to, just beat stage 1 3 times and it's gonna be fine. You can actually also do super raids for this. This would make it to where when you beat it once, it counts as beating it 2 times. So that may be what I do, is just beat part 1 and then super raid part 2. And then we'll come back and we'll beat higher difficulties of this very quickly. But I will see you all when you have finished clearing through these 2, or this 1 mission. Okay, so once you've beaten this 3 times, I just went ahead and beat stage 2 with the super raid. And now we can come out, grab our mission, and we are to equip 4 champions with 6 artifacts of level 8 or higher. For this, we can go ahead in. We're going to look at our Tuhanarak. She's all level 8. Then we have our Kale. Everything is level 8 on Kale. Then from here, it doesn't matter which 2 characters you do. I'm going to go ahead and equip just one of this free HP gear to my Vergis. This gear is going to end up trashed regardless, but we do need 2 extra characters fully geared up. I don't really care about the substats for this for now. Leveling pieces up to +8 is super cheap, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And then once you get Vergis on some gear, then we can go over and level up gear on, say, one of our offense characters and go from there. So what I'm going to do for the offense character is put them on the attack percent pieces, if I have any. You are going to get some more attack percent pieces. You have to do this for one of the challenges, or multiple challenges, actually, I believe it is. But either way, we come out and then we can go down to, let's say, our sniper. So we have this one is HP percent. We did just get that attack percent one. I'm going to equip that to her instead. And then if you have an attack percent chest, I would put that on. And then you're going to have to eventually get attack percent boots, but that will be part of the missions. And from here, I'm just going to go ahead and level up the gear. Now, all of this gear, I know you're going to have some that looks decent, but the problem is putting it on a character, you have to pay to take it back off. So anytime you have gear already on a character, it's best just to utilize that. And then this low tier gear, like that level 1 shield and this level 1 gauntlet, very cheap to upgrade. The higher the star value, the better the gear is going to be. You have a higher percentage or a higher base attack that the piece will have. So one example is this 4-star has 85 flat attack. This 3-star, or say this 2-star, for example, at +8 is going to have like half of that maybe. So the star value of gear is very important. But we can go out now. This piece is finished, and now we have to defeat 20 enemies in Classic Arena. So for this, you just go in, take your 4 strongest characters, and hit go. And you just fight through. You have to win, 5 fights, unless somebody only has 1 enemy on their defense. Then just go through, beat 5 people. If their battles are hard, wait and do the refresh. But you should have no problem whatsoever. One thing you can also do is upgrade your Kale gear to +12. I'm holding off on doing that for now, but we're probably going to end up doing it in the next couple minutes. So if you want to just beat everything faster, leveling his gear up is good. But I will meet you guys back here once you have finished these 5 fights, or however many it takes you. Okay, once you are done with those 5 fights, you can come claim your reward here. Now we need to upgrade a rare attack type champion to level 30. Okay, so the problem with this is we've already promoted our Kale. I believe it'll allow us to put him to level 30, so just come in here and use books or potions on him, and then click upgrade and see if it completes it. It does. So that's part of the reason why we didn't boost up our Kale's level right away, is because you do have to have different missions, because technically we've gotten to Kale to level 30 2 times. This is one of the missions that won't count, so otherwise you're going to have to go find another rare attack type champion. So this quest can be annoying, but you can do that through, there's a couple missions that are available, and farming for different characters from the campaign, so just going being campaign stages. But next is upgrade 2 artifacts to level 12 or higher. This was why I held off on upgrading your Kale's artifacts. At the beginning, your sword is going to give you the most value, because of the flat bonus. No matter what, you're going to get good value out of that, and then from there it's going to be your bottom side gear. So for right here, I want attack percent more on my Kale. He'll do more damage, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the chest to plus 12. In the normal game, you are going to always put the bottom gear first, because a percentage bonus is always better than a flat bonus. But while our characters are level 30 and 40, they don't have a lot of stat to multiply with that multiplier. So that's where for your healers, your helmet, or healers or support characters, your helmet and shield are going to be higher value, and then your shield or your sword is going to give you more damage than leveling this, until they're higher level. Okay, so either way, just level those 2 pieces, and then go ahead and claim this. Next, we have to clear stage 4 of Felwin's Gate. So with stage 4 of Felwin's Gate, we'll just go in. If I have any trouble with this, I'll let you guys know what to do, but you just take your Kale and your next character, whatever legendary that you have, and it shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and beat through all of this chapter, and then meet you back here. I do remember this getting a bit harder, so there's a good chance we're going to go out and upgrade some gear, but we'll see in a minute. Okay, we just beat that stage. Kale got a little close to dying, so if you need to, you can go upgrade his helmet and shield and go back into it and try it again if you did fail there. But otherwise, you should be pretty close to where I am at and not have any problems with it. But there is that mission, so once that is done, we can go out and collect any of these resources down here. I actually believe I just maybe did the wrong mission, but go ahead and claim all of this for your getting the stars from only using 2 characters. But we're going to come back out, and I believe I may have done the wrong thing. Oh, it was just clear stage 4. Okay, either way, we're done with that full mission, but we're going to go ahead and grab this, and now we have to do the same thing we did earlier of getting an attack percent chest piece. So we're going to go into this next stage. I just click go next to stage. If you're ever curious what stage you need to go to, click go on that one. Otherwise, it is going to be the first stage drops a sword, the second stage drops a helmet, the third stage drops a shield. Those are going to be consistent through each different one. So if it needs to be a chest piece, then that's going to be stage 5, I believe. So you have to farm stage 5. So as you see, I didn't get a single one there. I'm going to continue to repeat this on Super Raid just to make it faster until I get the attack percent chest plate. And then once you get that, meet me back here. And these missions will start getting a bit more spread out to where you have to do a bit more. So it'll be bigger breaks in between. But for right now, it's usually this whole first episode is very, very quick. So we just hit level 18, still no chest plates whatsoever. So it's going to take me a little bit, but I'll see you guys once I have it. Okay, that one took me a good probably 10 minutes, but we got the flat attack, which we didn't want, but we did finally get the attack percent. So that is done. We can click out on stage progression. This is actually going to give me this mission because I had characters that were level 20. So this is going to give me these 2 rewards here. And then make sure you just go in and claim any different thing that you have already accomplished. And then from there, go over to your, well, we have our quest here too. You can, again, I'm saving these until my account's higher level and I'm not overcapped on stamina, but we can claim all of this stuff and exit out and then go to your missions here and claim this. Next, we have to clear stage 1 or higher of Dragon's Lair. For this one, just beat the lowest difficulty and then go up to the next one and then go up to the next one. So that's all you have to do. I'm going to leave super raids off. I'm going to try to complete all 3 different challenges for this, and then I'll meet you back here once you are done with the first 3 levels of Dragon Lair. Okay, so once you have completed the first 3 levels of this, you shouldn't have had any problem. It was very easy. Dragon's Lair is easier than Golem. Ice Golem is. Go ahead and claim this. So we need to earn 60 stars in the campaign on normal. So we're going to go ahead and claim that. Next was clear stage 7 of Felwin's Gate. I did that on accident. If you haven't done that, just go beat that chapter. And now we're to one more of the annoying missions, and that is get a boot with attack percent. So we're going to go in, just click go on this. And then we're going to turn super raids on. Again, super raids are when you beat a stage, it counts it as beating it 2 times. It costs double the stamina to enter. So as you see, that switches down there, but it allows you to finish stuff much faster. It's one of the best additions they did to the game, and it's a more recent thing. It came out in the last couple of months. So go in, get your attack percent boot. Hopefully this one goes faster, because last one I had to do like 30 runs or 40. It was a lot of runs. So Good luck, and I will see you guys once you have your attack percent boots. Let's see if we got it first try. We did not, so we got to go back in. But I'll see you all in a second. Okay, that one was much easier for me. I was able to get the attack percent. It was like 5 runs, so it's like 10 total runs with Super Aid, but we're done. Okay, those are some of the more annoying missions. There are ones that are even worse, but they're not in this batch of missions. So we can go ahead and claim this. Now it wants us to equip an attack type champion with all 3 different types. With that, I was putting the gear on snipers. So you see I have attack percent here, and now we're going to go find those boots we just got and put them on her. So we have attack percent on all the different pieces of her, and that will finish this mission. So you should have gotten the attack percent for doing each of the different ones. You'll have that. Next up, you have to join or create a clan. Again, the Discord link will be down in the description if you want to try to get into one of our clans or start a clan or recruit other new players who are potentially following along this just like you are. And that would be great. But otherwise, you can just go join a random clan like I showed yesterday. If you click quick join, it'll just throw you in one and it'll work for now. So next up, we have to upgrade 2 or more artifacts to level 12. What I'm going to do for this is my Kale. I'd like now some survivability at this point, so I'm going to upgrade his helmet and the shield on him to get just that more, you get the flat defense and flat HP. That helps you stay alive so you can have more chances to attack, basically. Ideally, speed main stat boots in this game are the #1 go-to thing. We will be farming those in a couple of episodes from the campaign to get our account set up good. But from here, we're going to go ahead and claim this. Next, we have to win 5 classic arena battles. So let's go in, and all you have to do is go to whichever ones you think you can beat. Again, you can look at the combat score and see if anybody looks a little too strong. If they do, just click refresh list. Hopefully it doesn't cost you gems. You have to wait 15 minutes to refresh the list, but we're going to go ahead in and just claim or get the little bit of, I don't remember what the mission was at this point, but we just had to do a couple arena fights and then we're good to go. So I'm going to go in and probably do 5 different arena fights and then see if I got the reward for it. But go ahead, do your arena fights, and I will meet you back here once I am done with the mission. I believe it was getting medals, which I think is 5 fights right now. Okay, so it was get 5 medals. I have finished the mission. So we come here, claim this, and next we have to clear stage 4 of Palace of Arabia. So we also have to do an upgrade a champion to rank 4. This was a mission I was talking about earlier, that upgrading our Kale early may end up screwing us, but look, just go into this, take your 2 characters, and you want to just complete 2 stage 4 of this. So just do the first 4 stages, meet me back here, and we're going to go into how to make a 4-star character from scratch, which is a good thing to learn. Either way, you're going to have to do this, so it doesn't matter. It's just going to slow us down for a second, but we're going to end up at the same spot regardless, so you'll learn a little bit more along the way. But I'll meet you back here once you have beaten these 4 stages. Okay, so once you've cleared part 4 of that, we have the next mission done. We come out and grab it. Now we need to upgrade a champion to rank 4. With upgrading a champion to rank 4, I'm going to teach you a way that you can upgrade characters. This isn't the most efficient, but for some of you guys, if you're doing the cash or whatever, the quick cash things or whichever you end up doing, this could help you at least have the skill set to get to some of those missions. But otherwise, we're going to have to upgrade characters either way. But first thing, I'm going to come into here and we are going to claim any of the rewards that are in our tournament. With this tournament, honestly, getting first place is the worst. You'd rather get second place. I'm currently in second place. That's what I want. I don't want the summon. The 75 gems is more universal for the beginning of the game. So I'd rather be second place. If you get first place, that's great. If you don't place at all, it doesn't really matter. But that's just one of the fun things with this game. So we also have these events going on here. We have this Dungeon Divers. So you guys will have different events depending on when you start. The only one that's consistent is going to be this tournament here. Every new player has this. Every account is competing against each other when you start it. The more stages you complete, the more points you get is the idea behind it. And I believe it's a 2-day event. But from here, we're going to go into our champions and look at everything we have. So you are going to likely have gotten some 3-star champions from just beating missions. Some of them would have dropped. Otherwise, you're going to have your War Priest, and then you're going to have... you don't have the other one yet. You're going to have War Priest guaranteed. So with having War Priest, you can go into the tavern and we can upgrade the level. So this is slightly inefficient. I'm going to note this now, but getting this mission done is better than trying to do it the long way, I guess. Doing it, you will change how we level characters up later, but just know this is an option you have. Is the best thing I can say. So from here, we're level 9. We need to get her up to level 30. So you can put potions into her. Now, anytime I put potions into a character, I always click one back and see how much potion value I'm getting. If the bar is ever close to the end, one thing you can do is put characters in there to finish up that little bit just to try to slightly min-max. But for this, as the bar is really far down, I'll just go ahead and throw that in for convenience sake. And now what we need is to get other 3-star characters. In order to do this, we're going to go down to some of our 2-star characters, and we're going to do the same thing and level them up. So, for example, we're going to go down to our Crusader. We're going to click upgrade level, and then we're going to put potions into them. So if you see here, this puts them up to plus 20. Again, you can do the thing where you click back, see how far the bar is. I don't remember the exact amount each XP Brew gives, but I'm just going to do this the fast way so you guys can see it. Once you get their 2-star up to level 20, you click upgrade rank, and then you can feed 2 other 2-stars into them. So there we go. We have 1 level 30. Now, we're going to do that again. You can do this with 1-star characters as well. So we're going to go down to this guy. He's a 1-star character. And one thing with your potions are going to be more effective on the same element. So this is a red potion going into a red character. I'm going to get more EXP than, say, if I put one of a different element in. I'm only level 7 instead of level 9. So I'm going to go ahead and put the red one in, upgrade him. And then from here, I'm going to throw smaller characters in, other level 1s to put him up to level 10. Now I can click upgrade, and then upgrade rank. I have to put a level 1 into him since he's a level 1 to put him up to 2-star, or not level 1, but 1-star up to 2-star. Okay, so that gives me 2 different 2-stars to work with. And then what I'm going to do here is, one 3-star, and then we need 2 more of the 3-stars. So I'm going to go back in to him, and actually let's do something that we have proper potions for. So I'm going to click this one since he's blue, go to upgrade level, and I'm going to throw blue potions into him to make him level 20. Click upgrade, and then upgrade his rank. You see I am getting a bit low on my 2-stars though, and we still need 1 more 3-star. So I'm going to click upgrade, and there we go. Now we have 2 different ones. If you have an additional 3-star here, so I have like this Longbeard character that dropped and Hard Scale that dropped, you can feed those in. So what I would do is go out and I click my War Priest, and we'll feed this guy in, and we'll feed this guy which dropped. He is a fusion character. Anytime they have this symbol here, that means you can fuse them to another character 1 time on your account. And then this one also has a fusion thing. You will want to save the fusion characters going forward, but for right now, these are farmable characters. We can just go grab another one. The Spirit Host character, I will not get rid of her because she is actually used for an important fusion, but we'll just go back and get whatever we need. This is one thing you can do. Otherwise, I'm going to show you the other route. If you want to come out, you can go and use your mystery shards. So now I'm going to do a 10 summon with my mystery shards, see what we get. There's a chance of getting rare characters here. By rare, it's just blue rarity, so that's an uncommon, and these are commons. But I'm going to do that 10 summon. Now we're going to go out and we're going to upgrade. Let's just do another level 1 up to the max. And then I'm going to feed these 1-stars into her for now just to get it up, and then upgrade rank, boost him up to a 2-star. And then I'm going to go back to upgrade level, and I'm going to boost him up to plus 20, and then we're going to upgrade rank with 2 of our other 2-stars that are not leveled up yet. So I'm just going to take her, who we just summoned, and we'll take this guy and upgrade him. So now we have 3 3-stars. This is a way you can upgrade characters. Normally you will bring them in, so the EXP brews and stuff we're putting into the characters, you would go and farm and level them up through beating campaign stages. But for this first one, this is just a way to kind of get a grasp on how to utilize the system, and we'll go over the efficient way or the proper way to do it later. But this is something as your account gets older, or if you're in a pinch, it's nice to know how to do this. So I want to cover it early. I have gotten yelled at by some people who watch the videos. They're like, that's not efficient at all. I was like, yes, I know, but I want people to know how the system works. So going in now, we can click our War Priest, and we need to throw our 3 characters that we just boosted up. So our 3 3-stars that are level 1 that we just upgraded, go ahead and throw them into her, and that finishes the progress mission. And now we have War Priest that we can use to feed into a 4-star character to make them a 5-star, since this is just an extra character we're not using. So now we can go out of this and grab our mission complete, and we are to win stage 2 or higher of Ice Golem peak 3 times. So we're going to go ahead out and do this. Go in, and with you can just do stage 2. If you want to do 1 super raid, 1 non-super raid, you can. If you want to try to clear difficulty 3, the problem is it is force, which means Kale's not going to do too great against it. So I am going to test this, but otherwise just go beat stage 2 3 times and you are good to go. So I'll meet you back here once you are done with that. And I'll let you know how beating level 3 went. I should be fine, but the element difference and Ice Golem is hard, so I don't know how well this is going to go. Okay, so I was able to beat level 3 just fine, so I just went ahead and did that 3 times. Next up, we're going to claim this. We have to win 1 of each type of speed artifact from clearing Palace of Aravia. So we only cleared up to part 4 of Palace of Aravia, but we're going to go in now. We're going to go back to level 1 of this, and we're going to go through, complete it. The problem is, whenever you get to part 5, you want to switch back to 2 characters, so it's up to you. If you want to bring 2 extra characters, you can. I'm not going to, just because I know I'm going to forget and end up 2-starring the stages that we need to complete instead still. But what you want to do this is the same as before. You just go in, beat it. If you do not get the drop of the piece, you click replay. If you do get the drop of the piece, you click go to next. So for here, we'll just go through, finish this first one. I'll show you just as a reminder just what to click, and there's 1 more of these missions. I think it's the lifesteal gear, and once it's done, I believe we're done with these annoying missions. I think we'll see. It might be 2 more of these, but either way, and we just hit level 20 as well, which is great, which we unlocked faction wars, which this is a big content. But we're going to go ahead and click X on this, and we did not get the sword. So this first stage is a sword drop. We didn't get the sword, and we need to click replay until we get it, then we click next. So once you guys are done with this, go all the way to the end to the part 7, clear that, and then I will meet you back here once we are done with this another one of the annoying missions. Okay, so once you have beaten that and gotten all the different types of drops, you'll have finished the chapter. You're going to get a little bit of gear and stuff here that we probably won't utilize, but going out, we can claim our missions now. And next thing is to upgrade 2 or more artifacts to level 12. The last 2 pieces we're going to upgrade are 2 pieces on Kale. Once you start getting up to level 12 upgrades, it starts costing quite a bit more, and the next batch going to plus 15 cost a ton. These boots aren't the best because they are HP, but it does help you stay alive. So this is actually going to finish multiple missions for us. We can come out, claim this. This was completing stage 7 of Palace of Aravia, which we did that. And then we need to clear stage 2 or higher Minotaur's Labyrinth 3 times. But before we do that, we're going to come out and we're going to click this. Once you reach level 20, I believe it is, you're going to be getting Tagoar if you use my link. Tagoar is a super good character. He has revive, he has speed up, he puts shield on your team, he has increased defense to help keep your team alive, everything, and he overall mitigates the damage that you take. So that's one of the best characters from my download link. And then the next character you get is even better, Deacon Armstrong. He won't be until rank 45 though, because he's such a good character. They locked him behind a higher wall in comparison to other codes, but once you get him, you will be able to really utilize him. Again, with the shop, you can check it. I always buy the mystery shards from here, and any shards I will buy. Next up from here, we can go into our quest, see if there's anything we finished. It's still just the potions, so we're going to save those because we're still at 700 energy. And then check challenges, claim anything from the challenges. These were from doing our summons earlier. We can claim this as well for some extra silver. And then we can go out and go to our pass. So with leveling all our gear up to plus 12, we're going to end up getting another level of our pass. We can come here, claim another 300,000 silver here, which is huge. And then we're going to come out, go to your tavern, and we want to make sure we don't have any books to upgrade Kale's skills. We have 1. We want to put that in and level that up. Don't use your epic book. So this is an example of the epic book. Again, only put books in comparison to the rarity. This is one for epic characters. The general blue book is for your rare characters like Kale. Okay, so now that that is all done, the next mission again was the Minotaur's Labyrinth 3 times. We're going to go out and we're going to do the highest level of Minotaur's Labyrinth we can. And now that we got Tagoar, we can just throw him in here. All these characters are going to be great characters to start farming masteries for. And we're just going to beat this 3 times. You can go to the next difficulty. I'm going to beat, this is difficulty 3, I believe. I'm going to go until it doesn't let me beat it, basically, or try to do the next 3 stages of this. I think Kale will carry now that he's on plus 12 gear fully. Minotaur is one of the easier dungeons because it's something you have to farm forever within the game. Masteries are insanely important. So I'm going to go ahead and let this finish, and I'll meet you guys back here once it is done. Okay, so I went ahead and just beat the next 3 difficulties of that. I am at stage 6 now, and we can go ahead and claim this. Now we need to win 10 medals from Classic Arena. To do this, we're going to have to do 10 different fights because our current arena rank. So just go in, you should have refills of your arena tokens. You get refills each day. One of them is for having the game open for so long. Other ones are for challenges of your daily quests. So you should have plenty of arena tokens. Just go ahead and spend them. Those will be very important to keep up with if you can. I'm personally really bad about it on my main account. I took forever. There's one mission that you have to grind a ton of those to get. This character is so tanky. And it took me like 8 months when other people have done it in 30 days. So again, one big thing with Raid is play at your own pace. Make sure you're enjoying the game. If you try to do stuff too fast, because the game is constantly putting out new events. There's a new event like every single week to farm for something. So the longer you take in getting your account progress could be beneficial to you for enjoying the game. So again, don't let the game decide how much you're going to play. You decide how much you're going to play and what is important to you. So I'm going to go ahead and do these 10 fights, and I'll meet you back here once you guys are done. Okay, so I did end up losing one of the fights. If you guys have any problems with fights, just click this refresh button and try to find weaker teams for this. So my progress mission is done. I've gotten my 10 medals. Now I can go and I need to clear stage 7 of Hillshire Farms. So I'm going to go ahead out and we're going to beat that. That is the next batch that we're on. Again, we're just going to take the 2 characters, Kale and whoever your promo code character was, or Tagoar would be a great extra option to put into here if you wanted to start working on him. But either way, it's up to whichever characters you end up starting with. Hopefully you guys start with my code because I'm pretty sure it's the best code out and I don't see a better code coming for a very long time. The only thing is potentially you change the promotional code character. Maybe you went with MonkeyKing, which is a damage dealer. One benefit to if you did go with MonkeyKing or Sunwukong, he has a speed lead for arena. It's going to make your arena fights much easier because obviously it's a turn-based game. Having extra speed means the more turns you're going to take. That's why speed main stat boots are the general main boot you're going to end up putting on almost every single character once we get to that point. But without it, you'll be fine. I mean, you see I don't have it. But the cool part is once you reach level 45 with my code, you have the character Deacon Armstrong. He is super good for anybody getting into the game. He is a speed lead and he defense breaks. So he performs a thing that it's very hard to replace that. And just in terms of early game especially. So that is the main benefit to using my download link is getting Deacon Armstrong once you get to level 45. But we've got 3 of our 4 promo code characters now that we've hit level 20, and they're all good. Vergis is super good for certain content. Every single character has their own spot, except for Elenaril. I'm not going to lie, Elenaril, she is a legendary, but she is not as good as any of the epics on my code, in my opinion. But there are some places where using her will be nice. So go ahead, beat through this, and I'll meet you guys back here once you have completed Chapter 7. If I have any issues, I'll pause it and tell you guys what to level up so you won't be dying. I don't think that'll be the case, though. Okay, so once you have beaten that chapter, shouldn't have had any issues going through. If you did, you can level up some of your gear. The problem is, if anything, you level up your extra character, not Kale's gear, because going from, again, level 12 to level 16, very expensive in upgrading gear. So from here, we can go to stage selection. That's going to give us this mission complete. Next, we have to upgrade a champion to level 40. That should be done. If you need to finish that, just go upgrade your Kale to level 40 or your promotional character, either one. Next, we need to upgrade 2 more artifacts to level 12. Let's go out and do that. We're going to do our Tuhanarak. So with our Tuhanarak, I'm going to go ahead and level her chest and her... You can do any combination of this, but I'm going to do the chest and arm plates. They are HP percent. She is a 5-star character. I believe this is more value on her versus doing these, but the reason we did the sword because Kale was a 3-star starting and he's still 4-star. But either way, finish that mission up, come out here, grab this. Now we need to clear stage 1 of our Fire Knight's Castle. In terms of the missions we are completing today, we are only going to earn 3 stars in 1 day for clan activity or for this episode, and then you have a 6-hour cooldown before you can start the next episode of the guide. I'll have that. I'm going to start recording it right away, but this is where it'll end. So we only have a couple more missions. We need to go beat Fire Knight's Castle. With Fire Knight's Castle, you just go in and throw your 5 main characters. Turn it off Super Raid because it doesn't benefit you at all, but you just want to clear this. This is really slow. Fire Knight is very hard, especially the high levels of Fire Knight, very, very hard. So This is something you'll end up farming eventually, but doesn't really matter for right now. Just beat this, get the mission done, and we got a couple more, and we will move on to the end of the video. All right, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so once you've beaten Fire Knight's Castle, that was like a 2-minute fight, and it looked like it should have been done in like 10 seconds, but you can go ahead out and just a few more missions here. We're going to go over, claim this. Now we have to win 10 classic arena battles, and then we have this another annoying mission, one more annoying mission, and we're done, but we need to win 10 classic arena battles for the next one. So you just want to go in, you want to do your fights again. If you get stuck on anything, you can just wait for this refresh and it'll take you into another fight. But I'm going to go ahead and beat my 10, let you guys know how it went in terms of if you should change anything, which I don't think you should have to. You just have to potentially refresh. And then from there, the next mission, we have to get so many of the resources. They're called medals from doing arena. Once we get those, we have to upgrade one of our tower things, which will go tower things. Good explanation. There's tower upgrades that you get for all your characters. We'll go in and explore that for just a second. And that's a very important thing with the game, but it takes forever, especially for those of you guys that aren't going to keep up with Arena too well, like me. It'll take you a long time, but there's some really good rewards, and you get overall account boost from it. So we'll talk about that in a second. Do your 10 fights, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so once you have done your 10 fights, you can come out here. You're going to claim your rewards for this, and now these are the last couple missions. We have to win one of each lifesteal artifact from this level of the campaign. This level of the campaign is where it starts getting a little bit harder, but you're going to go in same team, and what you're going to do with this is going to take a little bit is you're going to do the first fight. If you do not get, again, the sword, so the first one is a sword. If you do not get the sword, you have to redo the fight. So when you go to redo the fight, you can add extra characters to get the experience for this. I personally don't, because it always messes up what I'm doing, trying to 3-star each stage. But your Kale will take massive damage in comparison to the other stages of the campaign, because most of the enemies are red. This is where elemental advantage, you start seeing it comes into play pretty heavily. So go ahead through this. If your Kale starts dying, if I notice my Kale's dying consistently, we're going to go do a little upgrading. But see, I have to redo the stage because I did not get the sword. So annoying, but do all the way up to chapter 7 or part 7 of this. The 7th part, you don't have to worry about getting the piece of gear from, but complete all chapters of the this level of campaign. I don't know what I'm saying, but yes, I will see you all once you're done with that. Okay, so once you get your chapter 7, I think, or 8, I don't remember what chapter we're on now, but I wanted you to go in and beat each stage one at a time until you got the artifact. That's what we're working on. Then you want to complete the whole chapter after that. So we're going to go ahead and claim those 2 things. Now it's the last couple of missions. We need to ascend a champion to level 3 of Ascension. Again, one of the problems we had was that we, unfortunately, already boosted up our Kale, so it doesn't count for this. But there's 2 characters you can do with this. It's either going to be, I luckily got a Spirit Host. If you somehow got her, that would be fantastic. One of the other characters, there are 4 characters that we are going to need to utilize in order to get our, we're going to do a fusion. Our first fusion is the Relic Keeper. If you got any of these 4 characters in the Relic fusion, so War Maid you would have been able to get yet, but Harris, if you got her, or Spirit Host, you could do either one of them, but otherwise just do your War Maiden, and then, or War Priest, sorry, just do your War Priest. But we're going to go into Ascend, and I'm going to go ahead and do my Spirit Host instead, and as you see, we need to get her to Ascension 3. In order to do this, we're going to have to go farm a little bit. So what we're going to do with that is go out and go into, claim all your daily reward stuff, but then go into your dungeons and then go to whichever character you want to do. You can do any of them, preferably a 3-star or even a 2-star if you want to boost them up, because it'll take even less resources. But 4 stars and 5 stars are very annoying at the beginning of the game to get to 3-star Ascension. So we're going to try to avoid doing that for now. But I'm just going to go in. One thing is these keeps, they're all open for 7 days when you make your account. After you make your account, and those 7 days are up, though, these are only open. Arcane Keep's always open. The other ones are only open 1 per day. You can open them with gems. Don't suggest doing that unless you're like way further into the game. Otherwise, you want to try to time your farming. The more you can get done in this first little section of the game, if you super grind the first week of playing on your account's going to be in a much better position. So what I'm going to do is go in and beat stages until I get to the highest one I can do, and then I'm going to set my auto battles to just farm it for 10 or 15 fights and leave it and let it be. be. So this will be the first time we're using our quick battle. So I'm going to go ahead, just use this team, see what level I'm confident with beating, and then I'll come back, show you about the auto battles, and then move on from there. At the beginning, depending upon your clan, the more auto battles you get, you always get 30 no matter what. If you're in a higher clan, you will end up getting up to, I believe, 50. I get 50 on my account each day, which is fantastic. There are other ways to get auto battles. You won't use them too much on this first day. Maybe on the second and third day you will use them more, but we were able to clear that just fine. So now we'll go to the next difficulty, and I will probably end up farming stage like 6-ish or so, just for about 10 battles to get this Ascension done. So I'll meet you back here with an update as to what I did. You can go back and copy it, and then we'll get that last step done for the day. Okay, so once you have farmed that, I will show you what I did. I just went ahead and I just did stage 6. I did a 10 run of it, and I have enough. You guys may have to do more. It just depends on which character you're going for and all of the above. But going in, again, you could take a 2-star character or a 1-star character and promote them up to 3-star, and it costs almost nothing to do. That could save you some resources, but since I have Spirit Host from farming, I'm going to go in and just ascend her up to level 3. So for this, as you see, I need to combine some potions. So I'm going to go to the potion mixer. I'm going to click this, and I am going to put this up 1, and we're going to take 10 and turn it into that. And the same with this. I'm going to take 10 and put it into that. And now this will give me the needed resource in order to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and ascend. And there we go. So the progress mission again is just ascend any character to level 3. We can go ahead and grab that. And now we need to upgrade an affinity bonus. So there are 2 quests. There's a million quests with these affinity bonuses, but you need to pick one and stick with it. Outside of that one, there is a challenge for your arena quest. You have to upgrade the attack of each of these 3. That's something we'll be doing tomorrow or the next day, but we have to upgrade each one of these. And the one that we're going to boost up to the max first is going to be our magic accuracy. Accuracy is generally the best go-to from what I have learned over the last little bit. Everyone, this is what they suggest for me to do. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this one. But if you look here, we need 50 of these medals. So in order to do this, we need to go back into our arena, and we need to do battles to earn. So if you go here, and we'll just do the first battle real quick and see how much you earn. This is a thing that takes so long to boost up. It is unbelievable. If you keep up with your arena, it's not too bad. But personally, I am terrible about keeping up with my arena on my main account. So as you see here, we got 2. And then whenever you get higher up, you need 1,000 of them of the highest rarity, which is the gold ones. The fights are pretty hard. You have to dodge opponents by doing the refresh. A lot to get into with that, which we'll talk about, and then build actual team. That's something I don't think I'd covered too much in the last guide, but we will touch on that to where you can start farming and learn how to at least make some progression toward these missions along the way early on your account. But as you see, we got 2 and we needed 9. So that's a total of 5 fights we got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do those 5 fights and meet you back here once I have all the resources. And then we will do that last mission and wrap things up. Okay, so now that mission is done, you should have 50 total of the bronze medals. You're going to come out and you're going to make your first upgrade. So again, it just says upgrade infinity bonus, click go on it, and we're going to upgrade our accuracy. We're going to do this just so you guys remember which one is the important one to work on. You'll see the missions for the other one, but you will just put every single resource you get for the first little bit from doing arena for the first couple months into accuracy to get it maxed out. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. And then now we can grab this mission, and this is one of the challenging missions. Almost every person who gets into raid has to look up how to accomplish this mission. But we're going to go ahead and you have to get 3 stars of clan activity per day, or for the day. So with this, you can just, if you're not in a clan yet, you can just click join random clan. You need to do this as soon as possible, because when you come here and click this I button in the clan activity progress, it's going to give you bars of things you need to finish in order to get 3 stars. You need to play for an hour and 30 minutes. You need to fight in Classic Arena 12 times. You need to fight in Dungeon or Campaign 20 times, which we've done all that if you've been following along. The thing is, this resets daily. So if the daily resets, you're going to have to go do a little bit of farming, push your account further in order to achieve this. But if you're on the same day as when you started and the daily thing hasn't reset, now we have to beat Demon Lord 2 times. So Demon Lord is going to be one of the most important content we focus on these accounts early on, because that completely changes your game. Once you get a clan boss team set up, that's when you start getting summons, start getting books. It's where your account actually starts progressing. But for now, we just want to go into the easy clan boss, take whatever 5 characters. I always put, so if you have Tuhanarak, I'm going to put it up front because accuracy lead is very important. And then it doesn't matter the score you get. You just have to burn 2 keys on this, and that's it. Just burn 2 keys and you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and let this run, set it to 2x speed, and we have to use this first one and then go out and do it again. Once you do both fights, the 3-star mission is done. You can progress a little bit further, but there is a point that we have to wait for anyway. I'm going to give you a couple things you can work on. Otherwise, you can just skip to the next video. But there is going to be a 6-hour gap of waiting for your clan boss key to return. With that gap, I want you guys to at least have a stopping point to where you can take a break from playing for a little bit, and that's where we're going to end the video here. So I will be back once this beats the boss 2 times, and then we will continue on with part 2 on a separate video. Okay, so now that you have done those 2, we're going to talk about clan boss real quick. So if you click this icon over here, you are going to have these missions down here of doing X amount of damage. Once you do so much damage, you can actually quick battle the boss. So once you do 1.15, that means you can quick battle the lowest difficulty. You always want to hit the lowest difficulty of clan boss at first until you know you can max key it. You do not want to try to do one of the higher clan bosses. If you join a guild, you can do one of these or clans. If you can't do at least 17 million damage, you do not want to hit that. You will get no rewards for it. So with doing this, you get rewards based off the damage. So we already got this max chest now from this first clan boss, and you get that at the end of it's like halfway through the reset of the day. There's a timer on the clan boss. See, there's 14 hours. You get your rewards after it. The rewards can vary. The low end ones do not have good rewards, but what I was talking about when your account truly becomes a real account is when you can start going in and these are the good rewards. You can do multiple clan bosses per day, so you can clear both the highest difficulty of Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare and have multiple chances at the big shards, and you end up getting quite a bit per month. And you're going to get some void shards and regular shards and your legendary skill upgrades, plus a decent amount of gems throughout the month. This is a very big part of your account. This is the main focus, I think, for everyone should be getting your clan boss team set up, and that's what we will be doing to the best of our ability in this guide to get you guys to where you can experience this game for what it is. But once you have done that, you have gotten your mission completed for 3 stars of clan activity. So you can go ahead and claim this. Now, that is going to be the end of this video.